Jonathan Alter's an MSNBC political analyst, of course, author of the upcoming book, The Center Holds Obama and His Enemies. It's a fantastic book. I'm reading it already in galley. I won't say a word about it. Jonathan, except it's great. You're a great writer, and there's a hell of a lot of good stuff in it. I didn't know already this stuff, but let me ask you this about the situation here. If you were, this president, I think, is facing some historic notes in his biography he may not want to see, like IRS, FBI, even Benghazi, although it's unclear what they will write next to it. How does he get through this thing? Just get this, he's up to his elbows in alligators.
He has to get on top of this story. You know, today was disastrous. I thought that Eric's briefing was disastrous. He tried to claim that they had exhausted all other avenues before they surveilled 100 AP reporters, which is completely untrue. They didn't even tell the reporters that this surveillance was going on, so that was one avenue they didn't exhaust. And I thought Jay Carney's briefing was also disastrous. It was kind of like, reminded me of in the 50s when kids would get under their desks in the Cold War for duck and cover exercises. It was duck and cover today in Washington. So he needs some new political help inside the White House. He doesn't trust people very much unless he's comfortable with them over many years. He has to get over that, bring in some new, high-quality political help, not to work the political angles, but to help him get on top of this and save his presidency. Otherwise, it's going to be a long, hot summer of scandal.
John, you've got to the heart of it. Sometimes your best advisors are people who are not invested in you, and that's the hardest thing. You bring in a Gergen to help Clinton. You bring in Howard Baker to help Reagan. Sometimes the best advisors are not sycophants.
Exactly.
They don't depend on you for emotional response. They're willing to come in and say, I'm only here for 6 months. I'm here to clean up. I can help you. I'm a pro. But sometimes a professional or an elected president says, wait a minute, I got elected to this job, not you. I'm the boss. You know, it's hard to get the boss to come down from his high ladder and say, I need some help.
Right, and he kind of, in some ways, infantilizes the people around him. A lot of them are young. Some of them are very smart and talented, but they're all in awe of the president. They have an unhealthy love for him. Yes, they do sometimes tell him the bad news, which he says he wants. They're not all sycophants, but he has not figured out how to get some other people in.